Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about the new temporal essences which will be purchasable in the Dream Store in the upcoming Season 3 Chains of Eternity. Is it going to be worth it for you to purchase these? And what does, for example, this fragment kind of mean? Because every day what is interesting is you can buy one fragment of a temporal essence, and this is not going to be limited or exclusive to any specific hero. However, in total you're going to need 10 of these shards in order to craft one single temporal essence, which means in total that's 500 of the Dream Store currency in order to get one temporal essence, and not to mention that is also going to take you 10 days of doing that, right? So like even like in a season, if there are 120 days for 4 months, basically you're going to get at most 12 temporal essences purchasable if you're buying one shard every single day, which is honestly, it will not really make much of a difference. And the other thing to mention is it going to be worth your Dream Store currency? And even for the A-level heroes, is it worth it? So first of all, we're going to talk about 500 Dream Store currency. Is that worth it to get one single temporal essence? Now with that 500 Dream Store, you cannot buy even a single copy of an A-level hero. But like if we get, for example, 1,200, and we can say 1,200 is going to be around 2.5 temporal essences if we're just talking about the fragments. What would you rather have? One copy of an A-level hero or 2.5 temporal essences? I think honestly you would probably want to have 2.5 temporal essences. You can use that on any hero. One copy of an A-level hero is pretty useful when you're trying to get like a bunch of heroes to Mythic Plus or Supreme Plus for the first time. But then in terms of Paragon upgrades, it needs a lot. For example, you're going to need 45 to get to Paragon 1 and Paragon 2, and then you're going to need like 68 to get to the Paragon 3 and 4 tiers, which is a huge amount. Of course, it is nice to get the Paragon upgrade or make that a priority for you, but I do think that, for example, basically every day you're going to want to pick up the Temporal Shard. Even though it's really limited, like I mean the amount that you're actually going to acquire, like we mentioned in a whole season, only 12 extra temporal essences, but I think it is going to be worth the price basically that you have to pay for it. Because like we said, 2.5 temporal essences or one copy of an A-level hero, I think if you have most of your key heroes at Mythic Plus or Supreme Plus, then you should be going for these Temporal Shards every day. Now, the even more interesting is the exclusive Temporal Essence resource, which is looking to be limited and locked only on A-level heroes, unfortunately. It would be amazing if they added something like this in the future, or maybe even the Arena Store that would have exclusive to the S-level heroes. But right now, it looks like it's A-level. The other thing is every day, you're going to have the daily refreshes. I'm going to assume you're going to get the Shard, for example, every day. But the other 4 will probably keep being at random different A-level heroes. And so this is going to be really important. And in fact, this is an even better return basically on your Dream Store currency, because it only costs 300 for one temporal essence, whereas it costs 500 for the non-exclusive one. So like if, for example, you need to get your Arden to plus 10 exclusive equipment, or maybe you use Sylvina Law in PvP and you want to get it to plus 10, or maybe Seth even, you want to get him to plus 8 for the stats or plus 10 for the future Ravage run. These are all pretty good options to pick up from the Dream Store. And like honestly speaking, I think what will really be your priority now is to just fully focus on the temporal essences of heroes which are useful. Like Kafir is actually a great example of something I would never buy from the shop. Basically, if you already have like a key hero, for example, at plus 10, then I would probably not be buying from the shop. Maybe if it is a specific hero that really wants a plus 15 upgrade, but looking at all the heroes in the Dream Store, none of them really want it too badly. Maybe Damien for PvP, maybe Odie as well. Odie would be a pretty good option as well. But like Merrily, Arden, I don't think these are really top tier priorities to upgrade to plus 15. They're totally good at plus 10. They never need to go beyond that. And that is the thing. So like if you're working towards getting the plus 10, then it can be great to be buying this for a lot of different heroes. But once you have the plus 10, then I think you should really stay away from this for a lot of different heroes, unless they are a huge priority to get plus 15, or if you are like a higher spender player and you're trying to get most of your heroes upgraded to plus 15. But most people are not going to be in that category. Now, another thing I don't know is, are we going to be able to only get locked in exclusive temporal essences for heroes available purchasable in the Dream Store, or will it be possible to get like A-level heroes here who are not purchasable in the Dream Store, for example the seasonal A-level heroes like even Soren, Almas, Lenya? I don't know if those will be possible to ever appear in the shop, or it will only be limited to the specific A-level heroes you can purchase here. But either way, I'm gonna give you a priority based on the A-level heroes here in the shop. Odie is probably the top priority to plus 10, and then also to plus 15. Like, he is one of the only heroes basically you would want to take to plus 15 from the shop. Damien to plus 15 is, again, kind of like a mid to high spender type of thing that you don't really need to do. He is totally functional at plus 10, but like when you're talking about PvP, all the extra stats are going to help. And also, especially now with the EX exclusive equipment plus 20 skill upgrade, like basically 5% stat boost rather than 2.5%, you're even going to want to upgrade more heroes to plus 15 to take advantage of those stats. So with that being said, Arden is not a terrible option. He is good for AFK stages. He is good for PvP, and upgrading him to plus 15 will help him in both of those areas. Merrily, the thing with Merrily is she's phased out of Dream Realm. She's not really a top option in a lot of different bosses, and so upgrading her to plus 15 is a lot of like resources invested, which is not really worth it in my opinion. But I mean, if you gradually want to take her up and pick up all the Merrily exclusive equipment, like exclusive Merrily, like locked in temporal essence, then you can go for it. But it is not a big priority. It's kind of like similar with Seth in my opinion. Seth, Sylvina, Merrily. These are heroes which basically cap out at plus 10, but if you really want to go all in on these heroes, like maybe you use them for PvP, like Seth for example, or maybe you just want to be getting your maximum score in future Ravage Run, then Seth, Parissa are not bad options. They both did really well in Ravage Run. I think both of the different bosses that have appeared in the Song of Strife season and also the Waves of Intrigue season. Coco is not really needed to plus 15, but a lot of these heroes will want to get plus 10. For example, Coco to plus 10 for PvP is going to help you. And then you have Corrin to plus 10 for Dream Realm, some boss content with Corrin, and even battle drills, for example. But he doesn't need to be taken much beyond that. And then Lucius, if you want to use him as a shielder in PvP or even in different areas like battle drills as well, then you don't need to really upgrade him to plus 10. Like, it isn't really that important. But this is just the thing. It's going to be down to which heroes you use the most, probably in PvP. Satrana is like kind of an interesting one now because she has that great synergy with Bonnie. Viperon also has great synergy with Bonnie, by the way, and I haven't shown any features of that, mainly because I prefer Satrana because of the fact that she also provides like a massive vitality reduction onto the opponents. But Viperon honestly also is better for your faction talents for like a regular arena team. If you have Viperon and Bonnie, you're going to get a better faction talent in the end rather than Satrana and Bonnie. So Viperon is another good option that you can consider. But really, Odie is probably the #1 priority to upgrade both the plus 10 and plus 15. The other heroes are going to be mainly PvP because Corrin and Merrily, although they are Dream Realm oriented, just like Odie is, the thing is Merrily and Corrin are soon going to be replaced, like if you have Lily May and other good endless damage dealers, because Merrily and Corrin did shine the most when they made it to endless bosses, and because you have now so many good options for endless damage dealers, they're just not usable anymore, and so they're not much of a priority at all. Arden would still be a priority, and also this season the Wilder buff tiles are going to be strong with the concealed effect, so I think that is a good thing you could consider. Damien, like we mentioned, he'll be good with the Wilder, enabling the Wilder tiles, and he's just a really good support hero, difficult to defeat and remove. And then you have Sylvina, not great, honestly. I'm hoping this season with the Greyborn faction talent, she's going to see more use, at least maybe on offense. But other than that, she's not the greatest option. Also in regular arena, not the greatest. Satrana, yeah, we mentioned about Satrana. And then Parissa for battle drills or for Ravage Run or even PvP. Some people use Parissa in PvP and she's pretty good there. Like we saw the Iron Almas nuke combo with Parissa. That is a strong combo. Viperion we mentioned can have synergy with Bonnie, and then you have Coco, a really good PvP support here. Muriel and Walker both are getting their skill Supreme Plus ability level 2 upgrades, but Muriel definitely seems the more impactful of the two. So if you wanted to upgrade exclusive equipment of one of them, I would prefer Muriel, and probably again stop at +8 or +10. Basically +8 just for the stats is like doesn't require high investment, and then you get that. But in my honest opinion, I really think that you should be picking up most of the exclusive temporal essences from this store. Definitely the fragment I would be buying, and then the other key heroes, if you use them even a little bit at all, and you're working towards getting them upgraded to the next tier, then I would go for it. But you can pass on it. For example, if like, let's say you have set the +10 exclusive equipment, you never want to take it to +15 because that is basically a whale type of thing to do, then you do not need to buy set at all anymore. But if your plan is eventually, I want to take it to +15, I want to make him the best in PvP and even like different whatever content comes out, then you can go for that. But that is basically my thought process, in my opinion. But overall, I really like this shop. I think it's a really cool shop, and I think that even though it isn't going to really contribute that much, I think you're going to get a lot from the A level basically the A level exclusive temporal essences. And overall, speaking about this, it is going to be better for you and more valuable for you to upgrade a hero to +15, for example, rather than taking them even one Paragon tier upgrade, because that +15 is going to give them a lot of stats as well as the skill upgrade, and so that is going to be more beneficial. And like, when you think about it, you can get 4 locked in temporal essences for a hero for the same price as getting 1 A level copy of them, and you need 45 A level copies to get even Paragon 1 upgrade. And 45 times 4 is going to be like 180. So 180 locked in temporal essences. But of course, you're going to have to wait a long time for these temporal essences. But eventually, with time, you're going to get there. So anyway, guys, you can share your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. What are your opinions? Will you be buying these temporal essences, or do you prefer to just buy the hero copies? But thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be it for this one. If you want to talk to me more, ask me any specific questions, you can join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video, and I respond very frequently over there. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.